Deltarune is a JRPG game created by Toby Fox. It acts as the successor to Undertale, but not in the sense of a sequel. It features many of the fan-favourite characters from the original Undertale and places them in a new world. This new world is inhabited by multiple new characters and a completely new battle system. It really evolves Undertale and makes it into an expansive new story that is really engaging so far. The game only has 2 chapters currently, Chapter 1 being released in 2018 and Chapter 2 being released this year in 2021. More importantly, however, I'd like to focus on a specific part of Deltarune that really encapsulated me when I first played it, that being the battle system, and I'll go more in depth into that in just a second. In terms of gameplay, Deltarune is pretty fantastic. It manages to take what Undertale did extremely well, which was your own defensive capability, and maneuvers it into both sides of a JRPG. A JRPG is usually just a turn-based game, but Deltarune really manages to evolve the system in its own unique manner in order to get across the point of the game. That being that fights don't have to be settled by killing the enemy. You have 5 options while in battle with each character that you play as. These are Fight, Act, Item, Spare, and Defend. Fight, Item, and Defend, self-explanatory. Every basic JRPG, or even most games, will have them. Fight, Attack, Defend, builds up defense, so you don't have to take less damage. And Item, you get to use items from your bag. Acting and sparing are slightly different, however, as they are unique to both Undertale and Deltarune. In Deltarune, acting is unique for every single enemy and enemy combination, as different acts will have different effects in eventually being able to spare the enemy. For example, in the enemies shown here, Chris and Susie can flirt with the enemy in order to make them more friendly towards the player. At first glance, this would initiate a situation where Susie would try flirting for the first time due to story reasons. Not going to go into that too much. And acting can even have other uses, such as the boss of Chapter 1. It is used to unlock Susie and Ralsei's special skills, this being Red Buster and Dual Heal. These are incredible moves, specifically tailored for the bosses to make them more accessible than the normal fights. It makes boss fights much more enjoyable and much different to the normal fights, and even still, acting has more uses. For example, Ralsei has a skill known as Pacify, where he can put a character to sleep and spare them in that way rather than just sparing them outright. So certain skills will make enemies feel sleepier. This includes fighting. You can hit an enemy to make them feel sleepy and then use Pacify on them. But it does count, therefore, as a more violent route, as you are still beating the enemy down just to make them go to sleep. It's a bit silly. Acting has been vastly improved since Undertale, functioning much better with the new battle system and overall being a much needed upgrade for the game to stay interesting in the many chapters to come. If there's nothing else for me to show, then I might as well show you this. My attempt at being a boss in the game, to show you exactly what I mean about how innovative the gameplay is, even when you don't have a with your party. Thank you very much for watching. Ugh. It's time to be a big shot, baby. Oh! No, go away! No! No, go away. No! Oh. Oh! No! No, what the? Ah! Continue. Big canoes. No. Oh my god. It's scary. Me. Ah. Oh, this isn't going to be a happy ending. I'm not going to beat this, am I?